Algonquin Provincial Park is a place that humbles you. Wild, quiet, and endlessly beautiful. Over 4 days, on the third loop of the Western Uplands Trail, we carried everything we needed through the remote forest, over rocky ridges, and along the edges of still, hidden lakes. The trail tested us, physically, mentally, even emotionally. But in that struggle, something deeper unfolded. We learned what we were capable of when comfort is stripped away and only persistence remains. In that solitude, away from the noise of the world, we discovered not just the landscape, but a part of ourselves we rarely get to meet. The version of us that endures, adapts, and keeps on walking. It's July, and we're back in Algonquin Park. It's a beautiful day. We're here for 4 days and 3 nights, hiking the third loop of the Western Uplands. And here with me is my nephew Justin on his very first ever backcountry adventure. So we're going to give him a really hard time and make sure this is as difficult as possible for him. Nah, we won't do that. We'll make it fun. We're going to have a good time. Woo! So we started off at the Rain Lake access. We're going to hike the 8K in to the actual Western Uplands Trail along this old rail trail. And hopefully we'll see some animals along the way. And who knows what else this adventure will bring. Algonquin is always full of surprises, so join us on this incredible adventure. So you can notice I have my bug net on already. The bugs are way worse than they were in July, and it looks like the horseflies have come to join the party. So even with bug spray on, they are just all over
my arms and face. So I had to put the bug net on just to keep them off my face because I don't have any bug spray near my eyes. So what's cool about this year is I am going to be able to hike in all the summer months. So I did May, June, now July, then I'll be August, September, and October. And I'll get to experience the park in all those different months. And so far I've noticed a difference pretty much every time. A difference, I should say, every time. Some nicer, some not as nice. Horseflies, I'm talking to you, not so nice. But oh well, part of the park experience. Are you getting a sense of the bugs? This is crazy. Justin's spray is working a little bit better than mine, and I am just covered with horseflies. Taking a few bites, but nothing horrible. But man, are they bad. So Justin,
yes.
Why are you staying so far behind me?
You got too many bugs around you.
Oh my goodness. This is insane. Alright, so we're coming up to a spot here where in my last video I showed if I were to continue forward down the trail here, it's going to get really wet and it's hard to navigate. But if you look for these bits of orange tape on the tree, that is marking a side trail which goes around those wet areas. So the first one, when you're heading away, like sort of into the Western Uplands, is going to be on the left. And then we're going to have another one, which will be starting on the right side and going around the wet area there. And this makes it so much easier. And you'll see that there's the orange tape all the way along the trail. And the trail itself is not too hard to see, making it easy to navigate. All right, we're coming past the first swampy area. And now I'm going to have to keep my eyes open on the right side for those orange stickers. So there's where the ponded area is. And we're heading this way towards the Western Uplands. Oh, cool. I don't know if you can see on the camera a spider web up there glowing in the sun. Is that ever neat? So there's the trail again, disappearing into the weeds, but we have the orange indicators and the path here going into the woods to hopefully not go through swamp, but avoid the swampy area on the main trail. It's pretty juicy in here too, though. Must have been a bit of rain recently. But it's still better than the main trail, which even last time when it was dry, the main trail in that area was really, really wet, like a pond. We successfully navigated through the forest with those well-marked trails, but this part is a little bit steep. There we go, but look at that. See how wet it is in there? Would have just been a swamp to go through, so this was awesome. You can see here, here's one of the first markers, so look for those, and then you'll be on that trail.
Made it!
Yay! We are coming on to Islet Lake. Yep, our first view. So we're going to be camping on Islet on night number 3. Will be our last night here. We're going to be on Islet 2 for the night. And of course that means we're coming up to the old rail bridge. So this is a message for Cabela's. If you're looking for someone to sponsor, I think Justin here, who is a walking Cabela's sign with pretty much everything he's wearing and his backpack and everything, you need to hire this guy.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor his hikes, because he's all Cabela's all the time. Here's the old bridge. Just don't walk off the end, Justin.
Oh.
So you can see the other side of it there and still see the old uprights.
That is cool.
Yeah, so we are going to cross down on that little path down there. Okay, so Justin, when you go down here, there's metal sticking out there. So you'll want to avoid that metal thing. You got to go right past it, but just avoid it.
Yep.
All right, after you, sir.
All right. See if I can do this without falling.
It would make my video more exciting if you fell, but I'd rather you didn't.
It'll have a big splash at the end, though.
It would, and then maybe Cabela's won't want to sponsor you.
Maybe they'll supply me a life jacket.
Don't you already have a couple of those?
Yes.
Yeah, Cabela's everything.
Yep.
Look at that view of Islet. Just gorgeous. And the skies are blue today with those clouds. Last time I was here was all that fire smoke, so it was just a white sky. But now you can see that beautiful blue in there. Here's the crossing. It's really steady, but I'll let you go first. Generally we do one at a time in case the thing shifts while you're walking on it.
All right.
That's a little flooded on that end.
Yep.
I guess the water level's a bit higher. You can see the water's going over the boardwalk a little bit here. Here we go. Oh, another toad. Lots of toads on the trail too. Don't step on the toads. That is just too beautiful a view of Islet Lake to not stop and have a look. So, as a important note, Site 4 on Islet Lake is actually accessed off the Rain Lake Access Trail, not off of the Western Uplands like sites 3 through 1 are. So we're on the Rain Lake Access Trail, and this is the access to site number 4. Oh, we got to keep moving. The bugs are bad again.
I made it!
Yay!
That was a steep hill.
Yeah, a little bit. That one should be the worst one for today, though. The rest of them aren't quite that steep. For today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is another story. Okay, we are coming on to the Western Uplands now. I don't know if the microphone's picking up, but we hear chainsaws. They must be doing some trail maintenance after that big storm that came through a couple weeks ago. So anyway, this is where I was a couple weeks ago. See, Islet is that way, Rain Lake back the way we just came. So on our 4th day, Justin and I will come back from this direction here off Islet Lake. But now we're going this way towards Ishkuday and Brown. And Brown is our stop for tonight. Okay, so we've come up to Site 1 on Ishkuday, and I believe this is the only site on this lake. So let's just have a look at it for a second. I've been here before, never camped, but I checked it out. The site itself, I mean, looks pretty nice. So you can see there's the fire pit, and I mean, there's some good spots to pitch your tent. But the one thing I noticed on this site was that the water access was not awesome. So you can see there, it's all weeds. There's a little boardwalk to get you wet a little bit, but you're still collecting water in the weeds. Let's see over here. Maybe there's a better, no, see, the weeds grow out pretty far. So getting water is not awesome here. That would be the downfall for this site. Look, someone left garbage there, a tin can. Nice. If you're bringing stuff into the park, take it home with you again. There's a can there. There's more garbage over there. That's unfortunate to see. You know, it's a real privilege for us to be out here, and I don't like seeing people leaving garbage like that behind. There's the view of Ishkuday Lake from the site. It's Ishkuday Lake still. I know you.
What? You're here too?
Yeah, when'd you get here?
Like today.
Wow, me too.
Cool, what a coincidence.
And your feet are still dry.
Yay!
Yay. That rock moves, by the way. You're not allowed to find an easier way.
Why?
That's why.
Yay!
Yay! We can see water ahead. That should be Brown Lake. And I don't think it's too far till our site. Good job.
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
Beautiful.
Made it.
Yeah. That was a hard hike.
Yeah. Those twisted teeth better be worth it.
Uh,
Well, like I kept thinking, is those twisted teeth better be worth it.
yeah, an extra pound of liquid, eh?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'd have a signal out here. Perfect. Woo-wee. Almost lost it.
Well, we're at our site and we got everything set up. Justin's in a hammock, I'm in a tent. And yeah, now we're just relaxing before we do the task of hanging the bear bag line and maybe getting some firewood. But what did you think of day one there, Justin?
I thought it was awesome. Hard work, but awesome.
Yeah. Had a few big hills there to do, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, those were tiring.
Yeah. And we came across a couple of park guys that were young guys wearing the park uniform, but they had chainsaws with them. I guess they were cleaning up the trail. So good on them for coming out here carrying a chainsaw and cutting up all those trees that fell across the path.
So us old guys can get past.
That's right. We made sure to say thank you to these guys because it's hard for us old guys to try to do that, to get around all that deadfall. So now we'll spend an evening here, and it should be nice weather. Tomorrow should be nice as well, sunny, according to the forecast before we left, but who knows. Today was supposed to be cloudy, so the fact that we have these clouds is okay. And there is a possibility for rain. But look at that view. That's so nice. It's worth all the pain.
It definitely is.
And the horseflies have definitely gone down a bit too. They were really bad this morning, but I mean, they're still around, but they're not so problematic as they were earlier.
Yeah.
Hey? Oh, yeah. This is the life. Hi! Justin carried in a treat for us.
What are you talking about? I found these growing on a tree.
Oh, the twisted tree. All right, here we go.
There you go.
Cheers.
That is good.
That is good.
Well worth the carry.
An extra 4 pounds of drink. Now it's gone. All right, now that those delicious drinks are done, I have to try to find a place to hang the bear line. I can't remember where I put it last time. Rawr. Somewhere in here. So on this site too, you have an actual outhouse as a thunderbox, except there is no door. But it's the only site in the park that I know of that has that. So I think somewhere in here there must be a tree. Well, I just found some bear scat. And I mean, our campsite is just down there. And actually the tree I want to use is right here. That looks like a beautiful tree to hang the bear bags. But I first need to find a stone that is the right size for throwing up with this rope. And I hope that that bear scat, which is right there, doesn't mean the bear is going to be coming by in the night to get our food. But that doesn't matter where I hang it from. If he's in the area, he's going to come. But that looks perfect. All right, so the branch is way up there. We're going to see if I can get this over. Nope, not first try. Let's try again a little harder. A little more effort. Oh, so close. Oh, I stepped on the rope.
You just need a pro. You just need a pro.
All right. That was such a rookie mistake.
Noob.
Noob. I just didn't want Justin to feel bad because he's going to have to do this tomorrow. Okay, so I hit.
You hit it.
Okay, Justin, I've pretty much shown you everything not to do. Think you're ready for this tomorrow?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
That was perfect.
That's what I wanted to do the first time.
Yay!
Yay!
Ladies first.
Exactly.
Oh.
You can tell me if it's cold.
Refreshing.
Okay. I don't have grip at all.
Oh, you don't have grip on your shoes?
Nope. Where does this stop?
Right here.
Okay. Why aren't you showing me the screen on the front? What happened?
It's at the back.
But it's supposed to be on the front. What in the world?
We found the water.
Yes. Okay, we're getting out. There's leeches in the water. This is Stand By Me all of a sudden.
I think I'm good.
And so ends very quickly swimming in Algonquin Park. I just had leeches against my legs. I thought they were minnows. Thank goodness these have tight liners so it doesn't go to the junk.
That was a big leech.
Oh man. You should have seen how fast we got out of that water.
It was like that long, and like that fat.
That thing bit me, I would have gone dizzy. Woo.
Maybe it was on the package. You'd think they put it on the canister as well.
It's gotta be, yeah, somewhere on there. Yeah, behind the tree.
Yep. Pop up again.
Well, it's time to make some supper. It's almost 5 o'clock. We decided we weren't going to do a fire tonight because we were both up really early, like 3 in the morning. So I think tonight is going to be an early night. So we'll have our supper and then go to bed whenever we feel like it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I always do a little bit less than they say too. Otherwise they can become soupy.
Okay. So 300 millimeters.
Maybe a little bit more than that, but not quite 354 like they say.
Okay.
So for tonight's dinner, I have Alpine Air homestyle chicken pot pie. What have you got today, Justin?
I have rustic 3-cheese sausage lasagna.
Ooh. Now we just need that nice bottle of wine to go with it.
I knew I forgot something.
Can't win everything.
I guess we'll go without tonight.
We have boiling water. I have to stir it. Where's my spoon?
You didn't get your spoon out?
I was not prepared. Here it is.
Well, I still got time.
Yeah, you got lots of time. And now we wait. So I use a fuel stove with a Jetboil Mighty Mo stove. And Justin, what's your setup?
I use a solid fuel stove. There's not much more to say about that. Takes a little longer to boil, but
And that is a way that Justin was familiar with from being in the Army, so that's what he uses as well here. But the bonus is if he runs out of fuel, he can also use sticks to keep that thing going. So we spent a lot of time today just relaxing and swimming with leeches.
yeah.
And now we've just been enjoying some coffee and looking at the beautiful view. So Justin is going to come along with me for 7 days in August. We're going to do the full Western Uplands. So
Oh yeah.
that'll be another exciting trip. And we'll do that. So my mom, his Oma, his grandmother, she watches all of these videos, so we would be remiss if we didn't say hello. So hi, Mom.
Hi, Oma.
Hope you're enjoying the video so far.
I hope so too.
Well, it's getting late. We are going to be hitting the hay soon because it's been a long day. But it has been an absolutely gorgeous day. And yeah, no complaints whatsoever. The bugs really died down as soon as we got off the Rain Lake access point. Got into the Western Uplands. It just really died down, and haven't had to use a bug net on site at all yet. And they really haven't been bugging us too much. And you can see now the sun's starting to go down. It is, what time is it? It's almost 8 o'clock. So you can see the sun is low in the trees there, which means we're going to see a sunset over here in the morning. That'll be really cool. We've heard a loon a few times today, so we know we have one near, well, at least on the lake. So hopefully we get to hear him again soon. And the woodland duck's been flying around, and we saw a beaver. So that's been our fun for today. Well, we made it to morning, and it's a bit cooler than last night, which is a nice way to start the day. Looks like we're going to have a clear day like they forecasted, because there's not very many clouds in the sky right now anyway. So that's nice for teardown. And you can see, as I've shown in the video, it is so beautiful out. But I think it's time to grab the bear bags. Hey, Justin?
I think so.
Get some breakfast in this?
Brekkie in us.
All right. Let's go get that. As always, we're always hopeful in the morning that our bear bags are there, which I think they are. So we didn't hear anything. Oh yes, I see them already. Yay, we get to eat one more day. There they are. Always a joy to see. We get to eat one more day.
I'm so happy.
You want to take it down, Justin?
I do.
All right.
Stand right here. Here she comes.
Whoop whoop.
Perfect landing.
We have touchdown.
Oh, I could have had my treat yesterday.
Which treat?
A mudslide.
You could have, yeah.
One cup of water, not milk.
So you're not getting milk, we're fresh out of cows.
Yeah.
That sun feels nice. Well, we are just about ready to head out on the trail, heading over to Pincher Lake with a stop at Gervais for something to eat and rest. Justin's just powdering up those baby feet of his.
Yeah.
And then we got everything taken down, a little bit of condensation. So we're just drying a few things before we pack them up. And then we're on the trail. And it is now just about 8 o'clock. So very good timing. Always like to be on the trail by around 9 at the latest. Have lots of time at the other site. And looks like we're going to do that today. All right, we're off. And it's just 20 after 8. We're ready to go. Okay, we've just come into Site 2 on Brown Lake. And you can see it's right on the trail, because there's the trail right there. It's a nice site. It has good water access here. Has a nice tent pad over here. Here's the fire pit. And the view is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is where Justin and I will be in August.
Yay!
Yeah. And you can see the butterflies really seem to like the fire pits. We noticed that at our site too. The butterflies were just all over the stone around the fire. Okay. And the toilet for this site, I believe, is up here. It's a little overgrown, but that is the path up to the turlets there. And so we're gonna go. Oh, and a moose came right through the site. Look at that. we can only hope that happens for us. And there you go, site number 2 on Brown Lake. Right on the trail, but still beautiful. A little double adventure for us to cross on the boardwalk and over a fallen tree. Oh, and it moves. Wow. And I'm not even getting paid for this? What is going on? Let's see how Justin's doing back here.
I'm too fat for the board to move.
Well, here's the old boardwalk. You can see it's not faring so well. And thankfully the park has put in a new one right here, high above that water. And that I do appreciate very, very much. Thank you, Algonquin workers. All right, we're coming to the boardwalk on the far side of Brown Lake. I guess the south side. And this will take us across, and then we'll start heading over to Potter Creek. Here's the boardwalk there. The frogs are welcoming us, as they did all night. They were croaking, 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 which is good because it drowned out Justin's snoring. There we go. Look at the view here. It's so beautiful when you hit these openings like this. And you always hope there'll be a moose. There's a guy whose nickname is Moose.
You mean moose?
But his antlers are too small. So he must be a female. So now we cross the beautiful boardwalk. I think turtles are diving as we come across. A little bit bouncy there.
A little bit.
So now there's just these half-sawn logs. Finishes off the trail over to there.
My legs getting wetter. Oh!
Yeah, you're soaked. And that was after I went through.
Yeah.
So the trail is a little bit juicy. Quite a bit of water on it. Luckily there's enough side trail that people have made along the sides here so we don't have to go through the muck. Here's another beautiful open area. Stupendously gorgeous. And I believe this is either a beaver dam or at the very least a log jam, because you can see on this side it goes down quite a bit. And the trail is over there, and then the trail is actually going to follow along that rock face on the other side. We'll walk down there. And you can definitely see that's a beaver dam, 100%. Look at that. And it looks like it's maybe almost 10 feet high, holding back all that water over there. So impressive. Wow. We're going to walk over here. All right, we are coming up to the sign which scared my sister and I last October. It's not quite as easy to read now. It's faded a bit. But you can see from here to Rainbow Lake will no longer be maintained. And then it says trails effed don't go. And so we thought that that meant the trail we had to take, which was going to be this way. You have East End Lake, which is that way, which is on that trail, which is now closed. But we are heading this way right here and following this portage. So now this will end up down along Potter Creek. And then we'll be at Lady Slipper Lake. And someone decided to leave their, or dropped anyway, their canister. And you can see here there's a map. So it tells you you are there. Not to take that 7.6 kilometer northern route, but to follow down along Potter Creek down to Lady Slipper and Gervais Lake. And that's the way we're going to go. Yay!
Yay!
And that's this way, following the portage route. We have been seeing tons of moose prints in the mud along the trail here. And one of the hoof prints, one of the trail of hoof prints was, I think the hoof print was like 8 or 9 inches long. Like that animal must have been huge. It's the biggest ones I've ever seen when hiking. So it would be pretty impressive to see it, but I don't think we will. Fingers are always crossed though. Well, that horsefly got me pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Bugger.
Ooh!
Now we can finally see Potter Creek, which comes out of Lady Slipper, which I believe I see up ahead there. So here we have Lady Slipper Lake, and there's a beaver dam holding that all up. So through the trees there you can see Lady Slipper Lake. We've been following that along. Next one is Gervais, and we're going to take a break on Gervais for a little bit before heading off onto Loop 2 over to Pincher. Goodbye, Lady Slipper. See you in a month. Well, we see our first view of Gervais Lake. But first, we have to climb that, which I know doesn't look too big on camera, but it's a bit taller than it appears. Okay, so we have now arrived at the one and only campsite on Gervais Lake, and on the other side there is West Otterpaw, and in between the two is our path that we need to take on the Loop 2. So as long as nobody's here, we're going to stop here for lunch, and it looks like nobody's here, and it looks like a nice campsite. Yeah, wow, it's a good size. Nice there. Gotta check out the access to water. The Thunderbox. Oh, it's just over here. We saw it on the way in. So you can see the sign on the tree that always indicates where the Thunderbox is. So it's just over here. We saw it. And this is where we'll take our break, because we deserve it. Here on Gervais is your access to water. So that is actually pretty nice because you can get in there and get your water. It's pretty deep right away. I see some minnows. Hopefully no leeches. But what a view. Wow. Last time I was here it was super cloudy because it had been a rainy day last October. But this, what a day. And what a view. And this really is a nice campsite. It's large. Nice fire pit there. Nice benches. Comes with a free Justin.
A nice ray of sunshine.
That's right. And yeah, you can see it's a good size for quite a few. You can put a few tents in here.
And I got a really cool tree.
And a really cool tree. Yeah, look at this. Lifted way above. It must have grown on a tree that's been rotting away. And now, how cool is that? And there's the tree beneath it. You can see that was there. Looks like somebody hung their bear bag right on site and then broke their line. And that is why I don't use that thin paracord for my bear bag, because it always does that. Every time I see line hanging from a tree, it's always that paracord. But this site, in terms of the trips I've done, just won't line up with the kilometers each day. This is actually right in the middle of where I was before, because we stayed at Brown and then we hiked over to Rainbow Lake. So this was sort of in the middle. It didn't meet the requirements, but it is beautiful. Okay, we're back on the trail and we are heading over to where the second loop joins with the third loop here. Crosses over past Gervais Lake on the south side, over to Turn, and then over to Pincher. So here is the map book. So West Otterpaw is that way, and if you're heading over to Rainbow Lake and that sort, do the whole Western Uplands, that's that way. But we're gonna go here towards Turn Lake, and there's a boardwalk here over Gervais. There's the sign for Gervais. And here's the boardwalk here that we shall now go on to the second loop, which will be my first time doing this. Did you break a hole in that? So the water level here, I don't know if it's noticeable, is actually higher than what we're standing on by a good half foot or so. So I don't know if you can see way back there through those trees is West Otter Pond. I can just barely see it. Oh, here we have a spot where water's coming through. Gives you an idea just how much higher this water level is than where we are.
Toad. I made it.
Yeah, we're coming up to a pond here. Let's see what this looks like once I get to the open area here. Okay, that's nice. No mooses. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a big beaver home.
Yeah, big lodge over there on the far side. Okay, we have come up to Lark Lake. This is the final lake before we get to Turn. You can see down there, that is Lark Lake, and our crossing here does not look good. So we're going to have to see if we can find another way. I don't want to get wet.
No.
We made our way through the woods here a little bit, off trail, but it looks like other people may have come through here. You can see the lake is down there, and this area here looks much better to cross. Then we'll just head back across over there to the trail. Woohoo!
Someone else trekked in here.
Yep. Yeah, they left their garbage. And that tree's also been, looked like beaver bit at it at the bottom there.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's the trail that we just did the big work around. And if you see this valley here, we just went all the way around to the other end there where there was just a small creek, crossed over, and then came back through the bush here. And we're back on the actual trail now. And now on our way to Turn Lake. Here we go. We got our first snake. Look at his little tongue go. Don't worry, buddy. We're not getting any closer. Good looking guy or girl, whatever. Well, we've seen a bit of bear scat, and one that we just saw was fairly new. So we'll definitely keep our eyes open. for our little black bear friend to make sure we don't have an encounter we're not looking for. Well, looks like we have Turn Lake through the trees over there. And in fact, I'm really hoping it is Turn Lake, because that means we're much closer to our end game at Pincher. It's been a long day. It's now 1 o'clock. And we've been going since I think 8:30. Not too fast, of course, right? Take our time, have a look around, see the views, which are all gorgeous, and we're happy to be doing it. So look at that. Do you see the bugs all over the lens? Come on, black horseflies. Get away. All right, definitely Turn Lake. And Site 2. So that means we're already pretty far over onto the west side of this lake, because I believe the two campsites are more on the western side. You can see it there through the trees. We're not very close to it. So here is the side trail down to Site 1 on Turn Lake, which is way down there. You can see the lake is way back there. We are not going to go down to have a look. That'll be too much energy to spend right now. And we're not going to do it. There's a sign on this side for Turn Lake. I believe this is the portage between Turn Lake and Pincher. So I'm going to go down here just so we can actually get a view of the lake close up, since I don't have to walk too far. And she is also a beauty. Wow. A little swampy area on the side there. Oh yeah, dragonflies flying around. Lily pads. Beautiful. We're getting our first sights of Pincher Lake through the trees. Always a joyful sight. And that's our end point today. We got to go past campsite 5. We're staying on 4. And hopefully it's a beautiful sight. There we go, Pincher Lake. It says to go right, but I know it's lying, because the lake is right here. And this is the end or the beginning of the portage. Oh, I think a turtle just jumped. I scared a turtle. I was not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Look at that view. Wow. We'll be down on the, not quite the far side, but a little bit further down. There we go, nice view of the lake. Just gotta cross this boardwalk. Kind of angled. No falling. There we go. Now it's Justin's turn. This is a really beautiful trail along Pincher too, with all these ferns. Yeah, it's beautiful. Everything's beautiful for me, I guess. I use that word a lot. Alright, so this is Site 5 down there. That's the side trail. So we're the next site. We need to keep going around this way. We're almost there. You can do it, Justin!
I can do it!
Yay! Oh, I thought I saw an orange sign, but it's a trail marker. Bugger. Got all excited there. Just the trail marker on the tree. Coming up to a crossing here. Okay, it looks iffy. Let's see. Literally don't let me down, man. Ooh-wee. I'm in full concentration mode here. Okay. Okay. Right, I'm in the middle. Wow. And this is the way to Pincher. But to get there, I must finish this crossing to our campsite, that is. We're already at Pincher. Almost there. All right. Don't fall now. It's rocking back and forth. There we go. Woo! And now for Justin. Here we go. This should be our site. Site 4, yeah. Woo-hoo! That's a little bit further down. If I don't trip and fall and break my neck before I get there, that'd be awesome. Not a lot of pine trees here. Here's one here. The pine trees make the best bear hangs because the way the branches grow, these ones don't. Maybe I'll have to use this tree here. Maybe it'll be something further down. I see water, so we're getting close. Here's the reveal. I'm looking for a, you know it, beautiful site. Okay, well, there's a nice area right here, I think, for my tent. Oh, actually, well, that'd be better for Justin, maybe. Yeah, it's not a bad site. There's the water access right there. The view's a little obscured, but that's okay. Not bad at all. Site number 4.
Yay!
On Pincher Lake.
We made it.
Woo! Ah, first thing you gotta do is relax. There's a great big slug on this piece of wood. Alright, we are well underway of getting our campsite set up. Justin's got his hammock hanging here. And I have my tent over here. Now, the one thing I have to say about this site is the tent pads are not very nice. There's roots everywhere. The ground is completely uneven. So this was the best spot, and you can see there's roots all around it. But where I'll be sleeping should be okay. Hopefully. But yeah. So site number 4 on Pincher Lake. Awesome if you have a hammock. Not as great for a tent.
What was that? What was that? Awesome for hammock?
Site number 4 on Pincher Lake is all I'm giving you.
Okay, I'll take it.
So now, to inflate my air mattress and my pillow, I'm going to use my Flex Trail 1.2 ounce inflator, which was a gift from my niece Andrea and her fiance Mitch. And it works really well, as long as I put it in the right way for inflation. This way here. which is also great because you don't get all the humidity from putting your breath into it and possibly causing mold on the inside. So the water access here isn't great either. It's not very deep here, and a lot of floaty bits in it. You gotta be careful not to drag your bottle along the bottom. Otherwise you like really stir up the bottom and then you're picking that all up. I have such a trouble because I always do this and it's like, this water stinks too.
The water stinks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Justin!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'm done. It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm done.
I'm gonna drink it anyway.
I'm done. It's okay.
Woo! We are on our way to hang the bear bag, but we are gonna check down where the turlet is. He's got his rock already, because Justin's gonna do it today. But a lot of times when you go back down near the Thunderbox, you can find trees in there that work very well for this, and the area is a little more open. So we're gonna do that first. Here we go. Actually, there's one perfect one right over the toilet. Right there.
Oh, yeah.
My theory survives another day. Now the only problem is you probably want that branch,
The bigger one, yeah.
but the little branch will get in your way.
Yeah.
So, oh, you know what? Let's use that one right there.
Okay.
And you see where the branches start, the little ones?
Yeah.
Try to be over there.
All right.
Yeah. And that's the Thunderbox. If anybody who doesn't come to the backcountry is wondering why I keep talking about Thunderboxes, that is the toilet out here. Not Justin, the actual box.
I'm a toilet?
Well, you certainly were a Thunderbox yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here goes Justin for his first try. And that did not work in the slightest. In fact, it broke off the end of the carabiner. All right, here he goes for a second try. Beautiful, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, man. And look at that. Even the moose know that this is the Thunderbox. Perfect placement, man. Well, it's dinner time, and tonight I'm going to be eating spicy sausage bolognese. That is not easy to say. And Justin, what are you having?
I am having hearty beef stew.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Also from Alpine Air. Both of these meals are Alpine Air. So, time to heat up the water and get those soaking. They say a watched pot never boils, but that's not true. I've been watching this for a few minutes now and it's almost boiling. Now when you're making your freeze-dried meals, don't forget to take that little packet of oxygen collector out of it. It's not going to go well in the food. Well, my meal is all, the hot water is in there and it's rehydrating as we speak, but Justin needs another half hour or so for his water to boil over there.
That's because I'm watching it.
He's got an 11-minute pot boil. No, 11 minutes, right?
10 and a half.
10 and a half. And then he can make his dinner.
Yep.
One of the last nightly things to do out here is hang that bear bag. So Justin's turn tonight. And since he nailed hanging that line, I was pretty impressed having a second shot. Of course, neither of us brought a bear spray, so that was pretty smart. We'll just
Pooping that though.
Yeah, well, that's going to attract them. We'll just keep our eyes open for the bear.
Watch my back.
So if you heard the bell, Justin has bear bells on there. So that at least we get a warning if a bear takes the bag.
We have liftoff.
Yes! And the branch didn't come down on your head, so that's good.
Right about there.
Yes, sir.
All right. See that, NASA? That is a perfect liftoff.
Woo!
You got nothing on me.
Now, of course, you tie it off to a tree, so it stays there. And then we can collect our food in the morning and have a nice breakfast before we work real hard again.
Yay!
Yeehaw!
I did it!
Yay! We smart.
SMRT.
All right, so Justin's going to show us how he sets his hammock up for the night. So now he's going to pack his bag into its own little hammock underneath.
Come into my humble home.
Here it is.
So I got a mini hammock underneath for my bag. So it doesn't have to be on the ground. And it just sits there underneath. And I find my hole. And then I crawl in, take my shoes off, and then I can lay down and go to sleep. Good night.
Good night, Justin. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock, so it is bedtime. We are going to bed. It's quite a bit cooler tonight than it was last night, because last night was pretty hot. And but by 10 p.m. it cooled down quite a bit, and by the morning it was chill. So now it's a bit cooler, which is going to be nicer to fall asleep to. I just did a check, make sure there was no flies or mosquitoes in my tent. I'm clear, good to go. So that's it for another great day on the trail. It was a pretty awesome day, hiking in from Brown all the way to Pincher. My first time on that part of the second loop. So now, tomorrow, when we head over to the main loop again, which is only going to be 15-20 minutes, then I have completed the entire current Western Uplands main trail and the loops. Yes. Well, talk to you tomorrow.